this spot since this is a default height now. Let's load it up. Oh, I did have some ceilings left. And one more. Yeah, I'm down with this. I'm really careful at this beginning. Like I've warned you guys, this is really slow start because this initial foundations, once we commit, we're on. I don't mind if it's off a little bit once we get a little bit further on, but if it's off by a certain amount, I'll rip it all down and we'll do it again. I'm not too good for that. We just got to make, this is our cornerstone build, and this is, again, we can adjust everything else off of it, but this first part has to be right. It's got to be right, especially for what it's for. It's just got to be right. You stay here. We'll be right back. All right, let's get some stuff queued up. We need a crap load of ceilings. We need some extra walls just to do some testing of the walls. And we need to eat. There we go. All right, ceilings. Let's go ahead and do 100 of them. As I'm tasting another, we're gonna have another 2,000, 3,000 ceiling build here. Easy, easy. It'd be cool to do some alternating with the single wall and the double wall with the 2x2 and the 1x2. Let's do 20. Actually, we should pull enough for 40 of these. Not 400. All right. I can carry all of them. Let's grab some ceilings. 22 of those, 21. Actually, we should just be able to teleport over to the spot if we need to. I think we missed one. I'll take you back to mama. All right, looks like everything's back to normal. Nothing wrong here. Everything's good. Everyone looks like they're happy birds and compies. Better not eat my compy. All right. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. All right, so this is where the fun begins too, because I want to do some testing. I think what I end up doing in the final form of this is have one single row of walls to bring in line, and then have these walls here. But I wanted to see what they look. Okay, you can snap below. And then we're gonna do the 2x2s and there. Make sure our snap points are. That's one good thing about this set. If we set up our snap points right from the beginning, we don't have to worry about them later. Excel Acid did a really good job with snap points on this. It's harder to finagle with it, but maybe we'll leave some rock face showing to help add. I don't know. I'm not sure how we're gonna do the garden section yet. But maybe just tastefully leave a little bit of it to give ambiance around the garden itself. Eco still has those foundations, right? The grass foundations and the dirt ones. I know she has the water one too. We have I know the water one's in there. I double checked that. But is those other ones still in her sets too? Because I'd like to use a mixture of that. Maybe actually have some actual like plants growing in there. And then maybe, then also use the Genesis building plant set we've got too. Something else I want to try out too is, are these going to snap over or in? Looks like to do in. We can do transition down to the lower section with that too. That's a 2 space. That's a, oh, that's a weird spacer, isn't it? And that's a 1 spacer. We're good. Let's just see how this looks with this. So we could do our get the way we want to do it. Okay. So what I would probably need to do is get some more regular walls done and do testing with that. I think what we're going to do is once we got to get this top part done first, and then we'll worry about going down into it. I just want to at least have some sort of options. I want to get this up here. Then we're going to run eventually when we get to work on the gardens and stuff, we're going to run blocks all the way down or walls down. So make sure it snaps to the build, then work out a foundation first, and then see how the walls complement the foundations and the general idea I have for the garden, and then go from there. But right now, as it stands, the options we have up here, we can pull back 1 and then get most of the rock face if we want, or we can go forward 1. So oh, really? Ew. Maybe we did a divot here. Maybe it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. It can be not straight. You know what I mean? We can kind of have, we can try out something a little different with this. He's making his, you know, guys know it's normally on 4. I am the Bronto Hunter. You're going to break my oh, there's 2 of them. I need water and food. Well, the quickest way back to base, well, it would be teleporting. Trikes! Just run! That should have been a hit. If that was a hit, that other hit should have been a hit for sure. It took a bullet to the knee. Oh, this is crackle here. We don't need to get stuff. Gonna shoot right for the butt. I really feel like that should hit like this. Don't lay it on the build. Don't die on my build, man. Thank you. I guess we could grab some hide, I guess. 15 birds in 5 fir trees. Their feathers were fanned by a fiery breeze. What funny little birds. They have no wings. Oh, what shall we do with the funny little things? Dang, that was slower than that song. Roast them alive. Stew them in a pot. Am I stuck in the floor? Oh, I'm just crouched. Okay. Now I'm thirsty. All right, let's throw this in the hole. Let's get some crunchy times. I'm not going to worry about another Bronto. I'm not going to waste time on this. We got enough stuff, man. We got way more than enough stuff. We don't need more stuff from those Brontos. We just need them out of the way. We got builderizations that have to get done. We need to get our form together. On, oh, I'm stuck in. It's clean. So now we're gonna do some triangle ceilings and see if we can do that little corner there. Yeah, I know that's gonna be fun. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna fall down that hole one day. It's gonna be one day very soon, I'm sure too, like today. We have 11 on us plus, oh, we have 14 already. That's fine. We'll just do both together. There we go. So where does the actual angle start at? It's actually, oh, I pulled up way too far. So maybe we could start it might not be that much of an angle then even. Because that actually is just pulled back some. Let's go back. Let's go forward one more. And then do an angle off of this. Oh. Oh, these are not going to work like this. There's actual consistency in the patterns. They're not uniform. So if I'm gonna fall, I need to just go ahead and fall. You know, don't do little twiddly links. Twiddly links there will get you hurt. But big falls is where it's at. That's where we need to go. No small falls. We need big falls. We need the big falls to fall if we're gonna fall. It was probably a combination of the powers of the tree mixed with the air. I think both of those together is the win. All right. So do we have indicators showing us which direction this thing is? All right. There's a little thing on the left there. And that is, of course, not where the point is at. I hate when it's like that. Are all the corners like that? They are. No, this one looks different. No, it's the same. Oh, is there any indicators other than trying the cross? Okay, the cross hatching. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. We can look at the cross. Okay, the grid on it is what tells us what it needs to be. What if it stayed like that? Looks like it's doing it. Is that what it was doing the whole time? I could have swore they weren't lined up. They're lined up. All right, maybe it was fine and I just didn't notice it. I'm just so used to it not being fine. It's been staying fine so far. All right. Now if we go from here. What if we, no, is that, maybe not. Well, what if we go over one more to add some interestingness and then go like this? I think we should not go out as far and then go over two, maybe? Since we got our beginning view, our beginning line started up here. We got our beginning lines here. Huh. Maybe we can do a double level type of split. Maybe a triple level split. And then it helps with the changing shapes. I think what I want to do is go ahead and start working on this other side. And then let it kind of influence what the side we're working on will turn into. If there's another elevation, a height elevation change, we'll make them look like separate buildings that are not really separate. You know what I mean? Like separate, like a mall. You know how the mall has like the Sears or the Hex or whatever, and it was connected. It's kind of that kind of idea. This triangle based. No. A whole big section history. So we do actually have a 90 here. We take out that's a 45-degree angle pretty much. So if we go straight and do a 90 here, we can fill in the 45 with the triangles. It might be cool to kind of put a 45 in there too. The plot thickens. I wonder if this will go up to the same depth as that one before it turns. I should go down with it too, but we'll hold off on that for now. We're just trying to get our shape. It looks like it's pretty close to what that one could do too. That might be the winner. And then we'll have the variations in shape by using 45-degree angles on the inner corners. Wait, there's a 90. It's a 90. I can't pull 45 there. I could do an overlap and then build walls over it so it'd hide. Maybe that would be the way to go, but I figured this would work out here. Let's just see what this does. It's doing the right. It's facing the correct direction. Oh my god. I guess we'll just put ceilings out here for now. Just remember to leave them there for the moment. And it's still doing it. Did I have any triangles left? No. So if we can make that work, if I can force something in there, we can fill in parts of it with walls, maybe do some overlapping, maybe do varying heights, and like maybe the angle area inside of the 90, if it doesn't connect correctly, then we can do a lowered floor that will go into the 90 and maybe put stairs down into it to give it, maybe get a classroom or something for the view or something. That might be work. That might work. You're still an adolescent. Get old! Got a whole world of chores waiting for you. You gotta get this first part right. Once you get this first part right, worked out, everything else just flows. At least we're not building big old glass bubbles this time. Thank God. And metal, glass and metal bubbles. They were cool to build, but those just did not snap right together. At least all this stuff is snap-a-lapping real nicely. There we go. Get in Daddy's pocket. All right, now we can. We're kind of full. Don't you me here? Have some fish and like it. There you go. Have some fish. Here, have some spoiled meats too. All for you. I should have just done this angle in closer just to my testing. And I can't place this one. No, I can. So there. Okay. So we could do a 9. Okay. It's at a half point. A little bit of overlap there. That's not a 45, it's a 30. You idiot. That is interesting though, and it does follow the scope of our area here. The layering here, if we make the back area taller, this part really doesn't matter. Or if we make this part lower, I mean, this doesn't matter for the transition, and at least that's the end point for the wall is right here on the. Ooh, it's a smidge out, really. Wow. And then as we build back, we could build into the wall. Let's see what that looks like. My brain's thinking. We got the brain juices going on. Wait, before we go to that, how this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From the inside of there to here, it's 7. So if we were to do that here too, and henceforth and wither 2 and whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. We can have like public bathrooms in the little nook there, in the little nooks and crannies right there. Let's see how this looks. I kind of like that. The thing that's going to be interesting is our transitions here. So we could just continue forward with that. I'll tell you now, regardless whatever we do, we have more than enough space inside this cove to build something nice, you know, for pops. So I'm not worried about that. I can give up a little bit, you know, space in there like we're doing already. I do like that angle, how that's a little bit of an offset compared to the rest of it. It looks like it'll come to that corner pretty easily too that we have on this side. But I'm almost feeling that we should just go straight with it now and match it up with the other side. And then when we come up to the front here, we could maybe have it come in a little bit and kind of make a little divot area for like gates. I kind of was thinking like we could do like a nice glassed in front to it. I think that's what I want to try. I think that's what we're going to try. We're going to try that. And then we can add variations within it once it's the basic form is together. So let's go ahead and pick up these triangles down here. And just go straight with it for now. Because we're going to have an interesting time making the those other angles in the back, the triangles, actually like the different dimensions, but we can actually gonna get symmetry out of this, which I did not expect if we follow with what we're doing here. Maybe go forward here, cliff, and then do this. We'll hold off on doing any more, and we'll do comparisons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we can, the great thing with this mod too is just being able to mix and match too. Actually, those ones were on. We'll do it like that. We'll move it back. Do I just tap Q, right? There you go. And then put this one here. And now we're close enough to that where it should be there. All right, now let's go use the rest of our ceilings on the end over here. And then try to line it up. So one more. And there's the 5 there. It looks like it's off one. Oh, it's just lower, so it's giving a depth visual offset. It should be straight with it. Yeah, it's straight with it. So if I were to do that, the edges here are not going to match up. So we will do something different for the nubs. But I think for a start, we're at a good position. I do like how this is kind of shaping. I think what we're going to do for the undersections here, these cuts, is we'll use square ceilings straight back, because since we're going to run walls down for it. Let's go get some walls crafted, and let's get some more ceilings made. Are you guys old yet? God dang. Oh, you're almost old. Wait. Oh, I didn't put the other one back. Crap. Oh, it's upstairs. It's upstairs. It's upstairs. You're a little bit slower than your brother, right? Cool. They're both almost done. Nice. We're about to have all the eggs taken care of that we need for all the kibble. This is gonna be great. That's 100. All right, and then we'll do another 100 walls. Let's pull in enough for 200 ceilings though, and then do 100 walls and 100 ceilings. And then this one, we'll get some more triangles maybe. All right, that's enough for now. We're gonna move fast motion. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. I'm gonna leave the lower floors where they're at, but we're gonna go ahead and build across the top so I can have some points of reference here and differences for the build. It might be kind of cool to have these guys about the same, this whole like 90-degree area, the same height, and then use this is our starting point for the actual building floor, and then have is that right? Have the walls come into, and then we're gonna put the more ceilings down behind the triangles to cut into this. And once those are down, then I can pick up this back row, because we can work off our wall snaps off of this floor height. But I didn't want to pick anything up yet, because you know how stuff like ARK will be like, hey, you took something out. Peace out, everything else. And now these will be the same height. I'm going for symmetry then, I guess. And we were going to change this up here and work it out later. All right, let's get down here. All right, let's watch it all fall down. Good, it actually worked. Sometimes it's not, I wouldn't blame the mod, I blame ARK. So this is actually cool to pick up, right? 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 Yep. Cool. I think this will look cleaner too by using square pieces. And sometimes when you do the exact same thing where you pick up something and everything else is exactly the same as the other spot that you just picked up from, but it still all falls down. That's in the line with that. That should be okay once we get the wall up. Start from this side. So this one here goes like that. Is that our corner point? Yeah, we're gonna have to put this in soon. All right, so that's our corner point. And the great thing is right now we have no walls placed to influence our snaps, because you can get a little bit of a shuffle that happens when you do it. And I don't want the lines. We are not gonna get the lines today. We're gonna keep it nice and tight. Tight. It's gonna be nice and tight. I think that's okay. All right, so now I need to grab these walls before they blow up. Wonder how that Bronto got there. All right, let's get these ones placed up high now. And then we'll fill in the, actually we should fill in this first before we do all that. Always worried, even though the floating time's turned on, I'm just always worried when you disconnect it from a foundation base. Like, I'm going to end up building pillars below it or something just so I feel better about it. Okay, so that is... Oh, we got to get rid of these. This is the... Alright, we're good. All right, I'm gonna put away these large ones. I want to use small one, the regular size walls on the interior line and see how that works. But before we do that, let's look at it. I definitely see myself adding some variation to it, but right now we got to get the foundations set up to where we have our basic lines up. I feel like more angles could be introduced in this. Maybe we can add little turret towers, like on where each of the connections are at, to add like a roundedness in it to break it up. Honestly, looking at this, the entrance into it is pretty clean. So I'm gonna slide this over. Maybe we need to slide this side over too. Let's just test and see. We gotta test and see. Do not press E, John. Do not press E. Now we got freaking parasaurs everywhere now. What the living crap, dude? That might be it. Oh, no. Yeah, we come in. Those freaking the outlines mess with me sometimes. If we do this and then slide everything over like 2 ceilings. Okay, we have another spot we need to check with that. It might need to go over 3. What is our spacing in the middle now? Right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's an odd build. Nice. It's an odd build. That's good. I like odd builds. Except when I need something even, but then you just put 2 of them with a space in the middle, and then it's still there. This is the only part that would break up me doing that. Yeah, I want to see what this looks like. I know I gotta pick it up, but. All right, we're moving it over too. Let me explain why I want to do this. So if I slide that arm, the 90, over 2 floors, it will cover the cliff like kind of like that is. And then we could use the same kind of angle on the right here and see how it kind of follows the cliff face. We'll do the same angle that way and make an entrance in this way. Yeah. It would make it 2 smaller, but that's fine. We can work with the 2 smaller. As long as it's not too small, that's fine, but 2 smaller is okay. Again, this part's super important. Once it gets worked out, then just like, you know, the builderizations can kind of be fully unleashed, but I don't want to do any rash building. Having any kind of rash building is not good. Having any kind of rash is not good either. Leave this last one to snap off of right now. That's where we're going to start from. Cool, we kept our same height, so it doesn't matter. We're good. I'm waiting for it all to explode. Just waiting for it to explode. It'll explode any minute now. That's where the triangle was. This is where it'll be. We'll get this started, and then after a certain point, I'm going to go over there and finish shifting over the top row too. Somewhere around here, I'll stop. Maybe the next one. All right, we have that. They got this thing worked out real good. I mean, I'm not used to the flyer just like, what's up, man? Let me get right over there. I'm not used to that at all. Now we can check this from the sky. That's all of them. Good job. Now, this side might look like it's a little bit off just because of like the depth perception and more ceilings up, but hopefully it went well. That actually looks pretty good.